Hello, how you guys doing? Curtieecool is back on the scene. We got Realtalk News.
Hello.
And Curtieecool. The show we are about to do today is all about the online father, which is educating my daughter, my teenage daughter, all about makeup. What type of makeup should she be considering as a teenager on how to make up her skin, what to look for, how to get ready. You know what I mean? Because it is a whole lot of teenagers who do not know exactly what they want to do with their skin with makeup. So I have a professional over here, Miss Realtalk. It's all about makeup and skincare. Just hopefully maybe she could give my teenage daughter a whole lot of great tips on how to make up her face. What type of makeup should she be thinking about getting for a teenager? And I'm gonna let Realtalk break all this stuff down. Curtieecool, I mean, I'm just out here, yeah. I'm not a makeup man, but I will make up and never break up.
Okay. All right. So did you have any particular questions you wanted to ask me about? Well, it starts with like the cleansing process. That's the beginning of skincare.
Okay.
So do you want me to start from there, or would you like to show her, talk about the makeup part?
Well, actually, you can kind of like break it down. You know, it's a whole lot of teenagers out here who do not know what to do for as makeup, if they need to cleanse their skin, if they need how to remove the makeup, or what needs to be did before the makeup is applied. I mean, because I know this is going to be a show here that's going to take some time, and my daughter is going to want to know now. Come on now, y'all got to tell me how this stuff go now. I'm just trying to educate my daughter out here, since I am the online father. I mean, this adopted grandma stole all of that away and is hiding my daughter out. So the only way that I could be an online father out here is just keep putting myself out here. I mean, it is what it is. You know, some people, they just don't stop with all the abuse, the nonsense, and everything that they do, keeping fathers, kids away or whatever. So I just learned how to be the online father and be good at it. Cool. So now I'm like, okay, so what can my daughter learn from makeup?
Okay, Curtieecool. First of all, cleansing is important, very important for teens to know about. And actually, they should really start at around 12 years old, actually. And your daughter is how old?
15. She will be 16 in March.
Okay, she should have already started, but if she haven't started, first thing she needs is like a very mild cleansing cream. And it's kind of like a lotion form. And she would cleanse her skin with that instead of those harsh soaps, because you know what soap will do to your skin?
What exactly will it do?
Dry you out. And kids' skin are already kind of dry. So it would dry the skin out. So they need a good cleansing cream. And then after that, a toning lotion. It's like a liquid, and she would use it with a cotton ball. What it does, it picks up the inside dirt out of the skin, and then a sunblock.
So you're telling me a cleansing cream first?
Yes, correct.
Used with a
cleansing cream, you can use it with like a sponge.
A sponge? Because I was thinking like with a cotton ball, seems like trying to use cleansing cream, and you know how that stuff kind of stick.
Right. No. So, on the cleanser, you would just lather it in your hands all over your face, and you can take a warm washcloth or some type of sponge to remove it.
Oh, okay.
Now the cotton comes in where it's a toning lotion that picks up the inside impurities. See, the cleanser is only removing the epiderma, the top layer of skin. So there is germs trapped down underneath the skin, and that's where toning lotion, it looks like alcohol, but for a teen, your daughter would need alcohol-free so that it won't dry her out more. And then after that, she will need a good moisturizer or a sunblock with a moisturizer. Now, you know why kids turn really darker than they are?
Why?
They're not using sunblock. Nobody's teaching them. Okay?
Especially if they're out there in California,
Yes.
out there in that sun and
Right.
heat. I
Right.
mean, some type of sunblock.
And it should start at like 30.
At least 30.
30 SPF and higher.
Oh, okay.
When the sun's out or in the summer, it should be a higher SPF. That's more protection for teens and kids. And they should put it all over their bodies, arms, legs, anywhere that's exposed. Because teens tan fast because they're out there, they're swimming and they're doing all these sports. So you want your daughter to be protected with the skincare regimen.
Right.
Now, it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
Because teens should also do a mini facial. You know, they don't have to do anything major, but a mini facial.
A mini facial?
Yes, a mini facial. When you did that Caribbean overseas, you was a platform artist. Did they do facials in the cosmetology part? They don't teach a lot on facials, do they?
Well, actually, during the 9 months period of time I was there, they
Right.
did teach us the basic.
The basic.
The
okay.
basic on skincare
Right.
and how to do facials.
Right.
But it didn't really we got so deep into it where it was major, like teaching you to only
Right.
specialize to be a esthetician.
Uh-huh.
Miss Realtalk, she is a professional celebrity makeup skincare specialist.
And still am.
Out
By
in,
appointments.
out in California. I mean, this woman was big time, and she have a whole lot of knowledge. And
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
just asked her to come on, I guess, to break this stuff down
For teens.
for youngsters such as my daughter, since
Right.
I happens to be the online father. So this is the only way I can get the news out here is to try to educate online.
Right.
I mean, hopefully this will help somebody out here
Yes.
who want to learn about their skin but do not know and do not have the correct, knowledge on how to. Nobody is teaching them what should they do at this age when they're in the development stage.
Correct. Because a lot of times they may just wash with soap. That's a no-no because it'll dry you out. They don't use a toning lotion because that picks up the inside dirt. They don't use a sunblock and then they turn darker than they are. It's not that you don't want to be dark, but you don't want to get burnt from the sun. And that mini facial, that consists of a scrub. You remember when you did a facial at my clinic and it had little grains in it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the scrub picks up all that dirt inside out and brings it out. So
Right.
then you scrub and then you remove it with warm water, okay? And then after you remove it, you do a mask.
Right.
You know what a mask will do?
What is the purpose of the mask?
A mask tightens the pores back up once you've cleaned them out.
Okay.
It tightens the pores back up to tighten those pores to keep more germs from getting in. And so teens should do that also, to tighten the pores back up. So if they're out in the elements, germs won't travel down into their skin as fast. But over a period of time, they're going to get the germs. This is why a facial is important for teens at least once a month.
Oh, okay.
Unless they have acne. And do your daughter have acne?
I think she have the same texture of skin like I do.
Oh, so she have pretty good skin then.
Yeah.
Well, then she would only do it once a month. But other teens out there that may have acne, they may have to do it more than your daughter. I really applaud you for being an online father, because just because they're keeping your baby away, that doesn't stop anything. Because trust me, your daughter sees all that you are doing. I don't care. Nobody can stop blood, okay? So your daughter may be seeing everything you're doing, and when she grows older, she will appreciate her daddy trying to reach out the best he could.
Tried to reach out
Yes.
and just only wanted the best
Right.
for my daughter. And this
Right.
Patricia Robinson is
Right.
she just do not care about anything
And
or
that's not
anybody.
right.
And
That's not fair.
it's all about herself.
Right.
A very selfish woman out here, y'all.
Well, guess what? She's riding off of your daughter. You know why? Because she's learned about skincare too.
And this Patricia Robinson
my God.
is riding off of Curtieecool's melon. It's
Yeah.
something, let me say this. I feel personally that I am something special, because if you look at it, for a adopted grandmother to steal my seed
Yeah.
and then run and hide out all over the place, and not let me have no contact to my own blood daughter, I feel like I am somebody who is special, and my daughter is somebody that is special. So
they off of your
when
energy.
when people
Oh
can't produce certain things of their own, what do? They steal other people's ideals.
They suck like a parasite.
Yeah, like a parasite.
Suck off of
they
the other
suck
people.
and try to drain other people energy. So I feel like that parasite just feel like, okay,
they living through you.
Right. I got his seed, so I run and hide out.
Right.
But my seed, I'm a blessing over here, and I feel like my seed is a blessing also. So these people are riding off of my blood, my seed.
Yeah, everything about her is you because you created her. You was the seed. Like I said, a tree couldn't grow without a seed. So they are riding off of you still.
Yeah, I mean, let's say this adopted grandma. Now I can understand with the baby mother, but she should have stood up. But this is something that will haunt her for the rest of her life, the baby mother, because she did not stand up and fight
for
my daughter to have her father. But you got to remember, when certain things happen in people's life, what she is doing to our daughter is the exact same thing that happened to her. So right now, I feel like the baby's mother, she really don't know any better at this point.
Well, she don't, because she's been brainwashed. Many people brainwashed, they don't even know where they are. They're thinking that everything that this woman is doing is right, because in their minds they have been conditioned that.
Right.
They don't know how to come out of it, so they feel like, oh, everything Patricia says is right. Oh, we got to do everything. Patricia is a lie, and she have them living a lie, and she has brainwashed and molded their brains to think that what she's doing is right.
Right.
Nothing is right when you take away a child from their own birth parent.
Yes, you are.
You wouldn't have done that to the baby mother, would you?
No.
Okay.
No. That's why I say
you wouldn't have done that.
Really, none of this stuff really makes any sense. I mean, I ask myself all the time, why did this Patricia Robinson feels like that she had to do this? It really was unnecessary for this woman to do what she did. Yeah. And I'm running and hiding out with my daughter. Now my daughter see her for who she is. Yeah. And see everything. I'm out here reaching out. Right. I mean, I'm a good father. Yeah. Even though she tried to do everything under the sun to make it look like that I'm a bad father when I'm not. Right. The child, my daughter got a good father out here. Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened with the child. The reason the child has not reached out, because the child was a little baby when this happened. The child didn't realize what they were doing to her. And as the child grew up, they kept feeding her all this negativity about her daddy. Lies, 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 lies. And now the child can see the truth.
Right.
And why wouldn't they get it right? Because I see you all the time online. I mean, if that was me, I would have called you like tomorrow. Get me off of that internet. I don't want any of that. Please, I don't want the public to see me. And then she's abusing the child, because you have no other way to contact your child. So you can't help but go online to talk about it, to educate your child, teach her how to dress, teach her about men, teach her what a real father would if they would have let you have contact with your child. You have another choice.
So this Patricia Robinson, she's hiding out, and she feels like Patricia Robinson feels like that she have the winning hand when it really was unnecessary and uncaused for. Right. But I'm still standing up to be a father, and God Almighty knows my heart. Right. And that's all it is what it is.
And that's why they will pay. Because, see, God looks at the heart of the individual.
Right.
Anytime you run and hide and keep a baby away from the other parent, unless that parent was on drugs, unless that parent was in jail, unless that parent didn't want the other child, unless this was a bad parent, you're a good parent out here. Right. Now, why would they do that to your daughter? That's pure abuse. Every kid has the right, because that's a God-given right. It wasn't like you wasn't with her mother.
Well, actually,
you was with the woman.
This Patricia Robinson is selfish. See, here is the deal here now. Okay, Curtieecool finds out through the grapevine. Remember when I was telling you that this baby mother, between her and Patricia Robinson, they hid a whole lot of stuff from me. And once my
the birth
daughter,
certificate, right?
yes, and once my daughter came into the world, I mean, this is when all this stuff started coming out.
Whoa.
That this baby mother is throwed off, and that other things that's going on with this woman. I'm not going to say it,
Right.
but it came to a point now, all of a sudden, this woman is so much with her with this. She's throwed off. She this, she that. She's unfit mother. Now, all of this stuff comes about.
Wow.
Now, the grandmother feels like that she has to take full control and hide out. But that was really uncalled for and unnecessary, because all I wanted to do was just be a part
Of the baby.
Of my daughter.
You wasn't trying to take the child from them.
And be able to show my input
As a father.
so that she
I
can have
understand
some
that.
type of father figure.
Yeah, I
but
understand.
this scandalous Patricia Robinson, people are a product of what they think. See, like
Right.
Patricia Robinson, she think everybody's out to get her. Everybody's out to rob, destroy, steal. Everybody's
That's her
running
guilt.
and hiding out.
That's her guilt.
See, this
for
is
being
what she thinking about me. This is the way that she is really truly is.
Right. She is a person that has to pay for alienating a child. Now the mother, I can't say the mother is just going along with it because she's on medicine, disability, mental medicine, whatever. So I can't just fault the mother unless the mother have sense. See, now I don't know if the mother has sense or not. Evidently she doesn't have any, because she hasn't let her daughter connect with her father. This woman over here is no blood kin to the mother and no blood kin to the daughter. Now how could a mother, unless they don't have any sense, let that child bond with the other person that created her? I don't see it. So something has to be truly wrong.
Very good
So
point.
back to your daughter's skincare.
Well, I mean, not only with my story here, it's so many fathers out here.
Oh, I know.
And it is so many mothers out here who are going through the exact same thing.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Now I'm like, okay, I'm not understanding. Is fathers doing this stuff to women
There
with
may be
kids?
some fathers doing it too. We don't know.
And then in my situation, then there's a whole lot of fathers who have just totally given up, because it's like they just don't have time for all.
Yeah,
all
they
that.
don't want to be bothered. So I applaud you, because you still are trying. I have nephews. They say, I forget it. If the kid don't want me, the mama don't want him to have me, they can kiss my butt. Now, many men run away like that. But here you are, still trying.
Check this out. Now, like what Real Talk is talking about here, know some guys who have kids,
Right.
and these mothers have abused these kids so bad, until when these kids come around, the fathers, they just totally talk down, don't have no respect. And when they do reach out and say, hey, look, you're going to have some respect when you come around here. I'm
Right.
trying to teach you the right way.
Right.
All these kids go off like this father don't have no say-so about nothing. So the kids call up the mother. The mother is cussing and hooping and hollering. And it's like just a big old problem back and forth, back and forth. So now in this situation, I've seen it where these kids are hating on the fathers because the fathers is standing up to discipline. The kids has been brainwashed so bad by the mother until they want to get even now, because now this father has another wife over here, so they're doing everything that they can to try to break this father down.
Right. But what gets me, Curtieecool, I didn't mean to cut you off. But the bad fathers, the mothers still let them, they take them to prison, they still let them be a part, and those men are not paying child support like you are, they're not reaching out like you are. And the bad fathers are getting a better deal than the good fathers.
And they're the ones out here running the fathers down, and the fathers like running and hiding.
And the good fathers,
the mothers and the grandmothers. I mean, you need to see your kids out here. You need to see your dad. You need to see your daughter. You need to see your son.
Right.
I mean, running them down everywhere out here.
Right.
And they are running from everybody.
And kids didn't ask to come here. I don't think they really should be put in that position. So if kids grow up and see how those people did them, because they were babies, they didn't know all this stuff was going on. They didn't know their mama was crazy. They didn't know this woman wasn't no blood kin to them, where they could look at her and tell, because she's Caucasian, they're black. But the thing of it is, why would you keep me away from my daddy? You're not even no blood kin to me, and you're not my race on top of that. It's not about a racial thing, But it's about being real, because I would have adopted every nationality, not just.
Well, I can answer that question for you.
Line.
Patricia Robinson has a whole lot of bitterness and hate in her heart. Like they said, a lot of times they have been traumatized so bad when they was kids. This woman hate on Curtieecool because she stole my kid. So this is why she is running and hiding out. And this is why she hate me. Okay, I got his kid. I hate him. I don't even want him to have no contact.
Well, that means she hates your daughter. Because she hasn't let her bond with you.
Very good point.
If she hates you, she hates your daughter.
You
because
know
your
it.
daughter is in the house with your blood. She can't breathe without you.
Right.
Everything in that house of that child is one half of you to live. Now, if you hate the daddy, you hate me too, because he's the one made me.
And check this out.
Period.
Check this out
Can't
now.
get around that.
Check this out now.
Jesus.
Now this ugly Patricia Robinson, yo. I mean, she
It
waited.
angers me to even think about.
She waited until my daughter
God.
came into the world. Then she created all kind of problems in the hospital. Her and her family, all
it's
that
not even
crazy,
her baby.
all that crazy stuff among the family on her end. All these mentally ill people, yo.
It's terrible. And
I
it's
mean,
not her
they
child.
attacked Curtieecool, and Curtieecool is only standing up to be a father,
they better be
like
glad.
any other father would
Right.
be.
They better be glad it was you. Because if it had been anybody else or even me, they would have, oh no. I mean, the hospital would have been on fire at that point. That's my child. Who in the hell
Well-
are you to be trying to take my child and you ain't even no blood kin? You ain't got a strain of blood that's making that kid live.
Well, it was going down in the
Well, I
hospital.
sure wish I would have been there, because
I
I would have
mean-
had all my 30 plus.
I mean,
All my family. I got plenty of them.
I mean,
And the state rep
that-
and everybody on it.
I mean,
Man,
that-
they better be happy I wasn't there.
that Patricia Robinson,
That's your child.
she had her 14-year-old daughter during that
Was
time.
that her real daughter? Oh, that's right. She don't have
15
no.
years ago, her foster daughter,
That's not her daughter.
Amanda Rose Lee.
That
I mean,
was
she got
one of
that
her
woman.
clowns.
She got that woman acting just like her. This woman is about 30 now,
Is she
and
using some kind of ritual on them or something? Why?
I have no idea.
My thing is, why are all of these people under her spell and nobody stood up and say, that baby belongs to that man? Why are you going to keep her away from her own blood that made her?
nobody stood
You
up.
don't give a damn about
The
me.
simple reason why nobody stood up, yo,
Scared.
is they're scared, and then they don't know who their blood
They're
father is.
brainwashed.
They have been taken away from their blood father, so they just don't care.
You remember
you
my
know what I
friend
mean?
that was adopted, and I told you her adopted mother said, look, I'm not going to call her name. She's in California too, right around the corner from them, remember?
Right.
Okay. Her adopted mother calls me. She says, I want her to find her real mother. I'm not her mother. Now this is a black woman saying to another black child, not a white woman that's keeping them away like she doing. Look, I want her to know who her real mother is, and I went with her, and we met her real mother. That didn't stop her from still having the love of the mother that adopted her. She just wanted her to know who created her on this earth.
Right.
That's a real person.
You
This
are so
woman
right.
here, that mother should wake up, the child should wake up, all the foster care kids should wake up and let her know, look, you're wrong.
Well, this
You
mother.
are a wrong individual. That is not your blood. Period.
Well, this
Period.
mother, sad to say, but this mother is not going to wake up because
They got her mind
they
already.
have brainwashed her and taken her mind
She needs
and got her on
therapy.
crazy medicine. So this woman needs some
She's
serious
been for
help.
years and years. Yeah.
So it ain't no way for her. This is why Patricia Robinson used this and did this to this woman.
stripped her down.
Stripped her down, and now she's using all
And
that
she's trying to
against her
strip your daughter
to
down,
steal
which is-
our kid, yeah. So it's really nothing that baby mother can do at this point because
Wow.
she has been stripped down,
Wow.
and so our kid has totally been stolen away from the baby mother. But the baby
She's
mother,
stolen from both of you guys.
so the baby mother is living in the same home. It's
That
like
she stole her from.
she just don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'm here with our daughter 24/7. But look at him,
Yeah, but
this
she-
crazy ass adopted grandma keeping his daughter away from him. I don't give a damn. Look at him, you know.
So you know what she did? She stole her from the mother that's on disability and stole her from you. She stole both of y'all kids. That's a shame.
Well, no, she didn't really steal it from me. It's just the principle. She saw an golden opportunity.
And
when my back was turned up against the wall, I gone through the court system, and she abused the system, and manipulated the system.
Okay.
And once I turned my back and came to Houston,
right,
she went in and back to the family law center and screwed everything up into her favor. And then now she running hide out.
And making the
she
daughter
continue
think
on
that you
running hide out.
Okay, and making the daughter think that you didn't want her, that you ran away from her.
Right.
When in fact, you was only coming. The daughter could have came here and met your mother and them. Just because you came here, that baby could have been flying all over the world with you.
Well, we know, and the world know, that Patricia Robinson is a con artist and a scam artist.
Be.
But I feel like I am mighty special for this con artist to want to steal my seed
and riding around
and running hide out off of my blood, off of my melon, and just running and hiding. Will not let my seed have no contact with her own blood father.
Her energy,
but she's sucking all her energy.
And every time she look at her, she got your eyes, she got your nose, she got your mouth, she definitely got those big hands. And I know that baby noticed that. I know when she see you, oh, my dad, I got his hands. Oh, my dad, I got it. She look more like you than any other pictures you show.
This is the thing that gets me now.
Oh, my God.
I laugh about this all the time.
Jesus.
I said, now, this crazy adopted grandmother steals my seed.
That looks like.
And now my daughter is sitting up in the house looking just like me every single day. At the dinner table, in the bed. Get up in the morning, get her and go to school. And she looked exactly like me, and this adopted grandma is hating on Curtieecool, and she have to look at my daughter every single day looking just like me.
Your blood. But look here, she don't give a damn about your daughter.
Oh boy.
You know why? She don't give a damn about your daughter. She don't love her. Because if she did, she wouldn't separate and split her away from her father. A kid needs to be complete and have mother and father if they choose to want their children. You wanted your child. You was with the mother. You was in the hospital cuddling your baby. See, your baby didn't know all of that. That was before her time. All she know is that woman strips them down and fills them up with what they know, which is all a lie, because she's no blood kin. Period. All you have to do is go to the books. What do no blood kin means? Nothing.
Check this out.
Period.
So this Patricia Robinson, I mean, you must understand something. This woman never could have any blood kids of her own. Right. So when my fresh newborn baby came into the picture, I mean, she was like just all over my newborn baby.
Like it was
She wanted it because she never had the opportunity to be around a fresh newborn baby.
Because the other ones were older, right?
Right. So now she's thinking, oh, I can steal this newborn baby and I can make it my own, and I can experience all the excitement, all the energy from this newborn baby. That's and just running hide out. I don't give a damn if she look just like him. I'm gonna run and hide out with his seed. You know, I don't care about the father no more. He can get lost, you know.
No kin to her.
But my daughter looked just like me. That's the thing.
You say she didn't steal her. She stole a baby because she stole her mind. Now, if she didn't steal a child's mind, the child would contact the father. Like I say, my sister's daughter, her husband had that girl in the military, and the girl was 15, and she wrote her daddy a letter because the mother kept the father away when the baby was like newborn, like your baby. But that girl grew up, and she was 15 years old. And my sister said she wrote, she was on my DNA. She wrote her dad a letter at 15 and said, Daddy, I want to see you. After her mother kept away all those years, he even went there to see the baby and they disappeared. Same thing they doing. Yeah. But guess what? At 15, she wrote her daddy.
Yeah. I mean, see, this is the thing here.
She wrote her daddy.
This is the thing here.
Found him.
This crazy adopted grandma, Patricia Robinson, brainwashed my daughter, okay? I mean, she just totally did her thing. You think about it. I got this newborn baby here. I can say and do anything I want to do and just totally turn her against her own flesh and blood father. Now I run and hide out. So now it's right at 16 years.
That's abuse.
My daughter's like, okay.
That's child abuse.
I don't really know him, but yet and still she have stripped her down and broke her down and told her all kind of lies about her father.
Yes.
So this is why now Curtieecool is the online father, and I'm out here telling my story
And you should.
and putting it out here
And you should.
and exposing this crooked Patricia Robinson. It is what it is.
And sell the movie as soon as she turned 18.
Right.
Sell the
right.
movie. Because remember, it already made it to Hollywood.
I mean, she don't.
All
she
you
don't.
got to do is sell it.
She don't.
When she turned
Patricia
18.
Robinson do not stop anything
No.
here. She thought she was going to get rich right up front
When
off
that
of
movie made
Curtieecool.
it, you mean to Hollywood?
I mean,
That's
she
when
thought she was gonna be sitting pretty up on her big raggedy
And God
ass.
said,
You know
no,
what I mean?
wait.
She thought she was gonna be sitting and looking pretty on her big raggedy ass. You know what I mean?
But God said, wait. Wait till she turns 18 and the movie gonna blow up all about her. Well, she thinks that's still gonna give her fame. You know what I'm saying?
I got to say one more time. That Patricia Robinson is raggedy. We gonna say that together.
What?
Patricia Robinson is raggedy.
That's not no woman do no kid like that.
Let's say it one more time. Patricia Robinson is raggedy.
But look here, every child needs a father. I'm gonna cut out all foolishness. Let me tell you why. When she grows up and meet boys, I was so happy. My daddy like, boy, stand over there. Let me take a good look at you. That makes men respect young girls when they have a father by their side that love them.
See, check this out. See, my daughter don't even have a father figure. Now, imagine being brought up by a crazy-ass adopted grandma and then a mother who don't have no sense.
Oh, my
now,
God.
you can imagine how my daughter is going to come up not having her
hope
father
not.
figure and then got a crazy-ass, narcissist grandma over here and then a baby mama, whatever, who
and
don't have no sense and don't even know how to put the correct input about love your father.
Well, most likely, your online father may help her to know how a real father should be. Hopefully, that will help her to learn about men. Hopefully, that will let her write you one day, call you one day. Hopefully, your daughter will wake up and tell them what time it really is.
Right, right.
Just like my niece did, my great niece.
Mm-hmm. What did your niece do?
I'm telling you, her mother kept her away all her life like they did this baby. And then the girl went online and did her DNA.
She grew up, how old was she when
she
she
was
did?
15. And she wrote
15
her
years
daddy.
old.
It kept bothering her. This is my daddy. This is my daddy. This is my daddy. See, that's one thing that God did. That stuff will work on your mind. They're messing with the child's mind when they do that.
Right.
Because they're not the father. You are.
Right.
So they don't give a damn about how your child feels because they don't know who their father is. But just because they don't know who their father is, Curtieecool, that still does not give them the right to alienate that child from her father.
So what you're saying is that
does not give them the right.
this 15-year-old that you know
My great niece
wrote her father.
Yes, her father was in the military when she was born.
Right.
He wanted to be a part of his child's life, even though he moved to Houston, just like you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in Tennessee. He wanted to be a father to the child's life, but the mother, he drove all the way there. You can come see her, and then when he got there, you can't see her. You know, and that was miles and miles away from Houston to Tennessee. So guess what? When she turned 15, that's how I found on the DNA. This is a true story. This is
a true story.
And she came to my business. Remember, met me and I showed you and we look alike. And that happened to be my sister's granddaughter, my great niece. And she told me when she came, she said, I found my daddy. I went online and found my daddy. She says, I remember my mama telling me I had a daddy, but she never would let me see him and stuff. So she wrote her daddy a letter.
You know what I can't seem to understand? Why do grandmothers and baby mothers feels like that they have to do this kind of stuff
to keep
the kids away from their blood father when they want to be, and then they're paying child support.
The reason why they wanted to, because the girl is crazy on crazy medicine, or she wouldn't have let it happen. The woman is no blood kin, and that's why it happened.
She just don't care.
No. And like I said, why did she adopt only black kids? This is not a racist movie show. This is being factual. Now, I love kids. And if I went to a foster care, I'm going to have a white, a black, a Chinese, a Hispanic, a mix, every national. I'm not just going to prey on no one race and then turn around and keep them from their fathers that's reaching out to them.
Right.
Because that's a lot you got to pay for when God, before anybody leaves this earth, Curtis, I promise you, Every word my mother said. Every knee must bow and every tongue shall confess. If you alienate a seed that God created and you keep them away from the Father with all these kind of lies.
Well, not only fathers, but it's fathers doing mothers like this too.
Yeah. Well, whoever did it will pay.
Right.
And by the time they get on their deathbed, it's going to be too late. Because they already done harmed a baby, a child. That's one thing you don't mess with. It's old people and children. Mm-hmm. Because they could have still had a part of your daughter.
Right.
You moved here. That didn't mean that you were supposed to cut off communication with your daughter. Now my niece and my nephew back and forth with each other. See? Now that she found her father online, she flies here and it's like the bond is so great.
Right.
She's like, Daddy, Daddy, I'm coming back to see you. And she flies here and now she has 2 little boys and those are his grand. I mean, that's her daddy. That girl was alienated from her father just like your daughter.
Just like they did.
But she wanted her kids to know the grandfather. She wanted her kids to know her family. Because that's a whole side.
I mean, that's terrible when they just totally
took away her life.
Them down and don't want them to know nobody
that's kin
on
to
her
her
father's side.
That looks
now,
like her.
What is the purpose of that, Patricia
I told you
Robinson?
you're dealing with crazy people.
A crazy woman.
Yeah.
That is the answer. Dealing with a crazy woman.
A woman that's no blood. Just remember that. That no blood is why she don't feel the pain.
Right.
No one would feel the pain unless it was your blood. Your daughter is no blood kin to the woman that alienated her from her true blood. So she alienated her and she fills her mind with all the negativity against her father. Because if she didn't, your daughter would be calling you, Daddy, I want to come to Houston. Daddy, I want to do this. Daddy, when you coming to LA. Daddy, when you doing this. Daddy, daddy.
And then you got to remember, narcissists do not have any feelings at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they don't
no
care
empathy,
about her.
No sympathy. So this Patricia Robinson, she don't give a damn about nothing, nobody. She don't even care about herself.
No, she don't. If she loved your daughter would have a part of her mother and her father.
Right.
If she was a real grandmother. Now, it's very few you can count on your hand.
She's not a real grandmother.
Because most real grandmothers, I'm saying, will let you have a part of your father.
Patricia Robinson is a fake grandmother.
That's what I'm saying. She's no blood.
A dog grandmother.
She's a woman that just popped out of nowhere, that found the girl's mother, from Hawaii or whatever, grabbed her, put her on medication. Now she grabbed yours. Hopefully she don't put her on medication. Then she grabbed these other kids and they all sitting under her like peons.
She is using everybody out here, y'all, and just don't give a damn.
And they believe in her because she done already brainwashed them and stripped them down. And any of them listening to this, listen to me. Who are you? Because you know she's no blood kin. No blood kin. You should tell that lady what's right from wrong. Unless she have your mind. If she have your mind, you're walking around here not knowing who you are. Because you know that's not right. You wouldn't want nobody, that girl that had those babies, she wouldn't want nobody taking them from her.
That crazy Patricia Robinson don't give a damn.
But I'm saying the people that's around her.
I call her Crazo now. Crazo. Crazo with that ragged ass lifestyle.
But I'm saying the people that's around her, they should, like that preacher, that Marcus Robinson, he should say, look, Mom, if that's his mom, adopted mother. Look, adopted mother.
She don't love him neither.
That's that man's
because
child.
He don't even know who his blood father is. And that's raggedy.
He don't know who he is if he don't know his mother or father. And if he's not trying to find them.
That's raggedy.
Like my girlfriend. Remember how she found her? Like I said, we went and found her mother. But these people around her, Curtieecool, you mean to tell me this woman had people around her and nobody said that's wrong? And they watching her steal a baby. They watching her fraud a birth certificate. And they looking at you crazy and you the father? Well, she really got them messed up.
I see you.
Y'all better wake up. Wake up. And
I see you matching. Look at that with your tennis shoes. With your hat. What?
Oh yeah, that's what we was.
I just noticed this. Look, she got the tennis shoes.
That's cool.
Look at that. That is so cool.
I gotta do it right.
Got the purse, got the hat.
I gotta do it right. If I'm doing a makeup or a skincare show or a fashion show, we gotta do it right. So let's get back on that about the skincare, because that took us over into a whole nother zone.
Well, we might as well complete what we're talking about now, because the show is a complete show talking about crazy old raggedy grandma. You know?
I wouldn't even call her grandma. Adopted woman. Because a real grandmother that has God wouldn't do that. They would want that child to feel complete. I felt complete because I had both of them. Like you did. Complete. One over here, one over there makes 100.
Right.
But if you just got one over here, that's one half. That child is one half. Because they haven't made her feel complete because they took away you. They took you away, which was that child's other half to make complete. And then kids see other kids at school with both of their parents. They taking turns picking them up from school, or they going out of town with their father, or they may be going over here with their mother. They really stopped that child from growing. They stopped her from growing and having the best of both worlds. That's what they did.
Right. Well, it is so many people out here doing this kind of stuff to the kids, yo.
That's sad.
These people, they just don't care about what they do to the kids.
And that's why I say I would have CPS on there.
I mean, they are just so throwed off.
You know, if you was there, you could take it to court, but like you say, it's a bit too late for that because she's almost 16.
Right.
And these people have not had the nerve, or not the nerve, but the decency to pick up the phone to get all this mess off internet.
Well, they will not pick up the phone. But I'm like this shit. just screw it. I mean, she got that raggedy ass lifestyle. So I'm just gonna leave all this raggedy ass shit talking about her raggedy ass. You know what I mean? Because that's what she is. She's raggedy.
I really want your daughter or any kids to know that's going through this here. It's not that you're online bashing people, but this is what actually happened. And kids don't know. And you're just clearing your name to let your daughter know. And I saw from the very beginning of the story, you had her in your arms. You was at the hospital with your baby. And from that point on, they just ran away with her.
Well,
I think until the last time you say you saw your daughter and you had to pay for this, pay for that, pay for this. And you said your daughter looked back at you and she was reaching out like for her dad. See, she don't know all this. She was a baby. All this underhanded stuff these people did to your daughter, she does not know it, but you got pictures to prove it. Thank God. You got the proof in the pudding to let this child know your daddy was there. I love you. I went to court. I won you. I lost my job because I had to keep going to court and paying to see you. You shouldn't have to pay to see your own child.
Yeah, I feel you.
They sent you through they sent you through it.
Yep.
And they got to pay for it. God is going to get them.
Yeah, they put me through hell.
Oh,
but it is what it is.
But they'll pay for it. You don't have to worry. When God gets through, it's no whipping. Curtis, it's no whipping. It's no whipping. Like God, man. I don't want that wrath on me. Would you?
No way, Jose.
Man, you don't even know the wrath may already be on. You don't know. You don't know anything about how your daughter's doing. You don't know anything about her health. And another thing, they need to communicate with you because your daughter's health comes through you. First thing the doctor said, well, what your daddy got? What your mama got? Not what Patricia got, because she don't even have not a strand of blood in her. They don't have to ask her nothing because she don't fit in nowhere.
She is just a con artist.
Yeah. What your daddy got? Do he have high blood pressure? Do he have sugar diabetes? Do he have... How your child gonna know when they keeping her away from you?
Right.
That's important. A child needs to know who their other parent is, so when they go to the doctor, they can explain what their daddy have or what their mother have. So all of this is necessary for a child, and this is why I'm telling you that's abuse. Because what are they telling the doctor?
Well,
what are they telling the doctor? They don't know anything about you.
Well, that's Patricia Robinson with her raggedy ass lifestyle.
She may be telling them what she got, man, like it's her child.
Well, whatever she want to do, I'm like, that's the raggedy ass
Well, now
woman.
it's up to your daughter. She's of age now. She has to step up to the plate.
I know I can say one thing in Curtieecool.
And that's all I
told my story out here. I put this raggedy ass woman out here with this raggedy ass lifestyle. She thought she was going to get away because she didn't know nothing about social media. Once I came to Houston and she ran and hid out, and Curtieecool came back on her ass, on her raggedy ass, like a hurricane, baby. All over the place. You all over the place.
Worldwide,
raggedy Patricia Robinson.
And it's a true story, because I remember when you first came to Houston and you told me about this stuff and I thought I was listening to a horror movie. I said, wait a minute, what? What? You even had acting gigs and stuff and all this stuff, and you had taken the mother to an agency. I remember that part. And then they told you, oh yeah, bring the baby back, and you and the girl was looking like you were a family, and then that girl gonna flip on you like that because she's crazy. You didn't even know. I said, what kind of people did you hook up with?
Well, anyway, I'm not going to talk about this too much longer. I'm going to get ready to end this show.
Oh, yes.
I really appreciate having Real Talk on the show today.
Thank you.
You guys have a happy Labor Day. And I appreciate you coming on Real Talk.
Thank you. And I wish you all the best, Curtieecool.
Oh, yeah.
God got your back. Don't worry about that.
It's all good, Real Talk.
Good.
So anyway, we're going to end this show. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys have a healthy and safe
Labor Day. Labor Day.
Well, I appreciate Real Talk once again for tuning in and joining the show. I'm going to get ready to end this little show. Once again, you guys have a happy Labor Day.
All right.
And Real Talk, I was happy to have you on the show.
All right.
You guys have a good one. Curtie, Real Talk. Curtie, Real Talk.
Real talk.
Real Talk. That's it, baby.
And it's for real, too. I'm no joke. I'm for real about it. Every word I say, you can put it on God.
So we're going to end this little show. Y'all have a good one now.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.